Digimon Dreamers is an exciting first for the franchise. Not only is the manga series available online for free, but it is also being translated and localized into various languages, with of course English being one of them. While the online release hasn't caught up to where Digimon Dreamers was when it went on hiatus, I thought this would be a great time to give my thoughts on the series before Digimon Dreamers continues on with Chapter 22 onwards on Digimon.net. First of all, and this was something that was a concern for many, myself included, was the quality of the English translation. So, it being on Digimon.net, it was releasing alongside another Digimon series called Digimon Seekers, which is a web novel set in the Digimon universe with Digimon, and it's pretty decent. I've got a bunch of videos on it as well as an audiobook version of the story so far, so if you haven't already, check that out. But overall, at the start, there were a lot of English translation issues with the first chapter of Digimon Seekers. So when Digimon Dreamers came out, a lot of people had the same concerns that Digimon Seekers would have a fairly patchy English official translation in a similar way to Seekers did. However, when Chapter 1 of Digimon Dreamers came out, Digimon Seekers also improved in its translation quality. So this concern dissipated for many, and the translation of Digimon Dreamers into English is a fairly decent one. There's an actual official localization team behind it, which is great news. However, there are a few weird kind of like translation issues where names are written out phonetically and not actually correct. So, for example, in Digimon Dreamers, there's a Digimon called Phalesmon, so with an L, and it starts with PH. However, this is just written out exactly how it's read, so phonetically, and it's written as Fedesmon, so with an F at the start, and instead of an L, it's an R. But more or less, that's the only issue that I can really see with it, and it's a fairly, I would say, common one in terms of translations. I'm not going to say it's a bad translation because it has that one small issue. Otherwise, it's a pretty good translation. So that concern quickly dissipated for many about the quality of the release's translation. And then secondly, the story is very reminiscent of V-Tamer, and that makes sense because the author is the same, and it overall feels like a very thoughtful love letter overall to the franchise. It's similar to V-Tamer in how it's based around a fan of the Digimon toys, and they appear to have a bugged version of that toy. While V-Tamer Taichi had a bugged Digimon that didn't exist on the virtual pet, Dreamers Ritsu has a Vital Bracelet that's bugged in the way that his Digimon Pulsemon can't evolve past the child level. And he even admits at the start that he was going to reset his Digimon and try again, which you would do if that happened to your toy. You'd be like, okay, it's just bugged, I'll just start again from scratch. And it's a kind of cute little thing they added in there. However, while it is similar to V-Tamer, it's not like a complete retelling. It has a lot of differences to it. So if you enjoyed V-Tamer, you'll probably very much enjoy Dreamers. It's got the same level of plot, but also comedy. So it is similar in that way as well. The story of Digimon Dreamers also references and focuses on another world called Witchenly, which is the world where the characters from another Bandai property called Magical Witches, which didn't have the same long life as a franchise like Tamagotchi and like Digimon did, and I've mentioned them in quite a few videos before, so check out my other videos if you want to know more about the Magical Witches. But in any case, this world is the world that the Wizardmon in Digimon Adventure came from, and that's a pretty cute touch. And Digimon Dreamers features Witchenly as an actual place, and it's a lovely touch to have that there. And it's also something that many fans were excited by from this series. So overall, while this series so far is an enjoyable love letter to the franchise history, and that makes it a must for existing fans, I can honestly see that it'd be a pretty good entry point for new fans as well, because while it does have these cute little Easter eggs, like referencing Witchenly, like being sort of similar to V-Tamer in a way, while those things may be appealing to existing fans and long fans of the series, they're not a requirement to really know anything about. You don't have to know anything about the franchise of Digimon. You don't have to know anything about the history. You don't even have to know what a Vital Bracelet is, just that it's a toy that you can have a Digimon on. That's about it. It means that it's quite an easy entry point for a new fan of the series because everything's fairly self-explanatory. Yes, the Easter eggs are nice, but they're very, very minor, and if you didn't know that that's an Easter egg there or a reference, you wouldn't even know that anything is there in the first place. So it's a good Easter egg, it's a good reference. If existing fans will get it, but it doesn't matter to any new fans or anyone who isn't a well-versed veteran in the franchise of Digimon. Maybe they're just a casual fan. It's appealing to any type of Digimon fan, new, casual, or long-term. So that is something that is really great about Digimon Dreamers, especially because it's still running, and it's running for free. I would recommend getting into it now. It's always a great point to start when it hasn't even finished yet, so definitely jump in at this point. And yeah, the best part, other than of course everything I've mentioned, is the fact that it is legally available in English for free. You can go straight to digimon.net and you can read Digimon Dreamers there, alongside Digimon Seekers as well, which is the currently running web novel. So it's free. Like, the only thing that you're wasting if you don't enjoy it is your time. You don't have to have a subscription to anything. Like with Ghost Game, you had to have a subscription to Crunchyroll. You don't have to physically buy volumes of it. As of recording this, it is of course all available on digimon.net, but who knows about the future? Maybe once it finishes, maybe they'll just sell them in individual volumes. I don't know. I can't speak for what they're going to do, how long it'll be on digimon.net, but as of 2023, it can be read on digimon.net with Digimon Seekers. So yes, in short, I do recommend Digimon Dreamers. It's a great love letter to the franchise, but it's also a pretty good entry point to it as well, which makes it a nice thing to recommend to people, especially because it hasn't finished yet, and we don't know how many chapters there'll be. The running of Digimon Dreamers in Psycho Jump only went up to chapter 21, which of course you can find on this channel as well, because when it was just released in Japanese, I was translating and discussing it each month. So if you want to catch up to see what's happening, and you can't wait for the official release, you can check out my videos on it. I will probably be doing updates and thought videos once it's up to date, but who knows, I'll deal with that. I'm not even sure if it's going to be weekly or monthly after that, but I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. But in any case, thanks for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts, comments, questions, etc., in the comment section below. Like this video for, yay, more things legally and free and in English. Thanks, Bandai and Toei. So subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have subscribed, tell your friends, tell your neighbours, tell your enemies, and of course, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!